please take a moment to watch this video. A story is going to be told in this video that is a significant backdrop as to the reason why you do not want to encourage members of the military to blindly follow orders, even if they know they're illegal orders. I'm going to step out of the scene. Watch this.
You can refuse illegal orders.
If you give an order that directs a soldier to commit a criminal act, they should disobey that.
Should members of military follow unlawful orders?
Yes.
On Saturday, March 16th, 1968, around 7 a.m., 100 to 120 members of Charlie Company entered the hamlet of My Lai, Vietnam. And over the next 4 hours, they would kill 504 innocent Vietnamese civilians. And out of that 504, 182 of them would be children. And when you break those numbers down, it becomes even more heartbreaking. Approximately 50 of them were under the age of 1. They were just babies. Ones that were under the age of 4, that was 70. 60 of them were between the ages of 5 and 12, and 68 of them were between the ages of 13 and 17. So 120 out of that 182 were just babies under the age of 4. The remainder were women or the elderly. There was absolutely no presence of NVA or VC soldiers in My Lai. And the reason this happened was because of this man, Lieutenant William Calley. He was the one that ordered his troops to fire on those civilians. And as part of the Peers Commission coming from eyewitness testimony, Calley himself killed between 20 and 30 of those people. The process for this was that he ordered some of his men to herd people into groups. He would march these groups over to a drainage ditch where other members of Charlie Company would open fire. Approximately 10:20 a.m., a small scout helicopter flies over the hamlet of My Lai, piloted by a warrant officer, Hugh Thompson. Thompson has a crew of 2 gunners, a one Glenn Andrianetta and a Lawrence Coburn. From the air, Thompson is the one who realized that innocent civilians were being slaughtered by U.S. troops. Andrianetta is the one who noticed a child trying to climb out of the drainage ditch amongst all the dead bodies. At 10:22, Thompson makes a decision that will change everything. He lands his small unarmored helicopter between Charlie Company and the Vietnamese civilians. Thompson dismounts the helicopter with only his sidearm, which he does not draw, and approaches Calley's men and tells them if they continue to fire on civilians, his men will open fire on Charlie Company. This gives him time to relocate the helicopter so Andrianetta can rescue the child from the drainage ditch. Out of all the members of Charlie Company, which was between 100 to 120 men, only 20 or 30 followed Calley's orders. Some hid, some just turned their back and refused to follow orders. And I also feel I should point out that Charlie Company at that time was predominantly white. And one of the few African-American soldiers, a man named Herbert L. Carter, chose to shoot himself in the foot rather than obey Calley's orders. My Lai is the essence of why soldiers should not follow illegal orders, because when they do, people die. And in Lieutenant Calley's case, 182 of those dead people were children. So if you're one of those people who want to argue about whether or not soldiers should follow illegal orders, the only thing I have to say to you is you can go fuck yourself. Well, anyway, this has been Doc for Diesel Punk Industries. Thanks for watching, and as always, crunchy white, pimp forever.